with the tumultuous expansion of the Father's kingdom nation here on earth, comes also the unprecedented outpouring of the blessings to all of the Father's sentinels of light all over the world. And for others, blessings of this magnitude is almost unfathomable, but for us sons and daughters, this is just an ordinary phenomenon inside the Father's kingdom nation. Join us as we give you another roundup of blessings and victory reports from all over the world. Praise the Father.
In the United States of America, recently the KLC of Virginia was blessed with a new building for its Thanksgiving and worship presentations in Virginia Beach. The venue can now accommodate its rapidly growing membership and is in a very accessible location. Just last week, a prayer and blessing was held for the new KLC building, attended by full-time miracle workers and kingdom citizens. They are blessed with the new location and continue to pray for more abundant blessings in their spiritual harvest of souls. Meanwhile, the KLC of Virginia's thriving business has transferred to a new factory location. This factory showcases the KLC's food business where they produce and case their products. The business itself was brought up with the help of their business partner and distributor. KLC Enterprises holds a permit and certification from the U.S. government. The business itself holds an official label with a barcode coming from Washington, D.C. A daily food inspector from the USDA or the U.S. Department of Agriculture tests and approves the quality of the food products that the factory produces. There is truly an overflowing abundance of blessings that is coming from the Almighty Father through His appointed Son in Virginia. Sons and daughters continue to pray to be able to bring in more fruitful harvests in the coming years to glorify the Almighty Father. Still in the U.S., the ongoing spiritual revolution taking place in the United States of America continues with a series of Bible studies and fellowships throughout the different KLCs. Many people from different walks of life have become blessed in various ways upon hearing the message of the appointed Son. Many are viewers of Sunshine Media Network International and also products of the Pinas newspapers and avid followers of Pastor Apollo on Facebook. A number of them have decided to be baptized and are now active kingdom citizens. As the spiritual revolution sweeps the entire country of the United States of America, the message of the appointed Son is indeed being heard loud and clear. Many are becoming enlightened and are deciding on becoming children, sons and daughters of the Almighty Father. Truly, the kingdom work in the United States is unstoppable and continues to spread the light to glorify the Almighty Father. In Canada, regular Bible studies are being held in the Greater Toronto Area and Ottawa as part of the appointed Son's mandate to reach out to lost souls. Aside from this, the Kingdom Colony of Kingston also conducted a dedication and special baptismal ceremony where some of the newly baptized are fruits of Keepers Club International. Meanwhile, in the Kingdom Light Colony of Toronto, the blessings continue, especially during the Thanksgiving and worship presentation held every week at the Kingdom's very own worship compound in Toronto. Full-time miracle workers and members from different parts of Prairie region gathered together for a special Thanksgiving and worship presentation, together with Canada and Australia Administrator Sister Mariteo Canada, after feasting on the fresh manna of revelations from the appointed Son, Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy. They were filled with added spiritual upliftment from the fellowship of Sister Mariteo Canada. Kingdom citizens all over Prairie region were all grateful for this privilege. Meanwhile, the Keepers Club International in Sao Paulo, Brazil continues to grow as it reaches out to more youths in the South American territory. After her recent visit to Russia with appointed Son, South America and Europe Administrator Sister Elizabeth Carrion now sets foot in the United Kingdom, preparing the way for the appointed Son and the massive harvest of souls in the European country. The flourishing works in the Kingdom Light Colony of Sydney is truly unstoppable. Week after week, fruitful Thanksgiving and worship presentations are being held, promising a massive harvest of souls in one of Australia's largest cities. In Hong Kong, after the successful visit and fellowship with the Kingdom's Chief Administrator Sister Ingrid Canada last October 13, 2019, the KLC was once again blessed to be visited by another faithful warrior and daughter of the Almighty Father, who remained and stood with the Son through the test of times, Kingdom International Administrator Sister Tessie Dandan, who personally checked the growing works of the Almighty Father in Hong Kong and shared more wisdom and strength through fellowships and victory testimonies. Aside from this, another successful Thanksgiving worship presentation was held. Meanwhile, the Kingdom's very own International Administrator, Sister Tessie Dandan, visited the City of Gold, Dubai, United Arab Emirates, to check on the unstoppable growing work of the Almighty Father through the appointed Son, Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy. The Thanksgiving and worship presentation was made special as other KLCs joined in unity to glorify and honor the Almighty Father. Aside from this, a victorious moving up ceremony was held, making sons and daughters a step higher in becoming like the appointed Son. It has been a great week for the Kingdom citizens of Jakarta, Indonesia, mastering the life of the appointed Son through a series of seminars and fellowships administered by Kingdom Asia Pacific Administrator, Sister Nalida Lizada, reminding every Kingdom citizen to keep their solid faith and trust to the appointed Son. Moreover, last October 20, 2019, they also held their special Thanksgiving worship presentation, where the venue is filled with visitors who were seeking for spiritual truth, and indeed that is what they have gained. In Malaysia, another successful Thanksgiving and worship presentation took place, where lost souls were once again enlightened and ushered into the Almighty Father's Kingdom nation. In Singapore, before this glorious year ends, Asia Pacific Administrator of Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, and Indonesia, Sister Nalida Lizada, took time to visit one state to another to make sure that the growth of the Kingdom works in Asia is expanding in progress for the glory of the Father through the appointed Son. First stop was in the Kingdom Light Colony of Singapore, where opportunities of great harvest are evident. Though the visit lasted only for 3 days, it didn't hinder to reach out to all the hungry souls who are all longing for the fresh manna of revelations straight from the appointed Son of God. Meanwhile, in the National Capital Region, another fruitful event took place as Global Evangelism Administrator, Sister Helen Panilag, visited the Kingdom Light Colony of Cubao to fellowship with Kingdom leaders. In North and Central Luzon, hundreds of souls, young adults, young people, and young steward took their first step to salvation as they joined the massive baptism ceremony held at Angeles Resort, Rosales, Pangasinan. This victorious event highlights the massive harvest of souls who were led to enlightenment through the message of salvation of the appointed Son. Also, just recently, the Kingdom Light Colony in Kawayan, Isabela held their special baptismal rites for sons and daughters who have accepted the Almighty Father's call in their lives. Indeed, the gospel of the kingdom has brought enlightenment and freedom to all the world, leading people regardless of race and tongue into the ark of salvation. Last October 20, the president of SMNI, Brother Marlon Lucete, had a fellowship with all the kingdom citizens of Bicol region, attended by full-time miracle workers and Kingdom Miracle members from the KLCs of Camarines Sur, Camarines Norte, Albay, Sorsogon, and Masbate, where he imparted the recent victories and testimonies in the Kingdom Nation, reminding everyone about faith, unity, sacrifice, obedience, and giving much fruits for the Father's glory through the appointed Son, Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy. The Kingdom Light Colonies of Visayas recently visited by Sister Lloyda Baldo, the Kingdom's Evangelism Administrator for Philippines, for a series of speaking engagements for Kingdom Miracle members in order to become more fruitful in the three kingdom pillars and to become victorious in every challenge that they may face. The Keepers Club members of Iloilo and Dumaguete KLCs simultaneously held a mini fiesta-themed get-together activity in celebration of the bountiful blessings this year. These Keepers Club members have already become bona fide kingdom youths after the club was used as an instrument through the life-changing message of the appointed Son in their schools and communities.
From Dumaguete, YP Isa, Bigo ba kanamo, Pastor?
In Bohol, Kingdom Youths and Young Stewards convened in the island's capital, Tagbilaran City, last October 19 for a night of music and fellowship dubbed as the Harvest 2019. The event commenced with a series of talent presentations in music. It also showcased a theatrical drama about spiritual reality. The message of the appointed Son of God has imparted spiritual vigor to the soldiers to become victors of faith and loyalty. Meanwhile, in Eastern Visayas, October 20 became a meaningful Sunday night of fellowship and testimonies held in Tacloban City, Philippines. The night became more significant through the message of the appointed Son, noting the difference of a personal life and a life centered in the Almighty Father's will. The Keepers Club Borongan City and nearby towns of Eastern Samar participated in the week-long crash lessons in talents enhancement programs in music and sports. Divine love has indeed gripped them to love and obey the Almighty Father no matter what, just like the appointed Son. Millions of angels are now rejoicing in heaven, for another batch of souls have repented and received salvation in different parts of Mindanao. The northern part of Mindanao conducted their third quarter baptism for the year 2019, held at the Lawndale Spring Resort, Barangay Taguanaw, Cagayan de Oro City, Misamis Oriental. They are all grateful to the Almighty Father for guiding them to the true salvation and free in doing the Almighty Father's will. While in Eastern Mindanao, another batch of repentant souls took their first act of faith in Cabadbaran City. They are all grateful to the appointed Son for rescuing them in these last days from the bondage of sin and denomination. Before the year end, the kingdom citizens of northern Mindanao, from Cagayan de Oro City, Gingoong and Camigan Island, Bukidnon, Ilian City, and Lanao del Norte, conducted a family day in Misamis Oriental. Excitement filled the event, which includes a team building, talent presentation, and candlelighting ceremony. Highlighting the event was the message of the appointed Son, providing them with strength and empowerment that comes only from the Almighty Father. Still in Mindanao, Kingdom leaders of Northern Mindanao had a meeting and fellowship with Africa, Middle East, and Mindanao Administrator Brother Marlon Acobo, held at the Kingdom Light Colony of Cagayan de Oro City. The event was attended by KL's leaders coming from Cagayan de Oro City, Gingoong and Camiguin Island, Bukidnon, and Iligan City, Lanao del Norte. The leaders shared their victory testimonies on how the Almighty Father, through the Son, blessed their areas of responsibilities, and that day will not be complete without the message of the appointed Son, Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy, who never fails to give words of wisdom and inspiration in doing the Almighty Father's will. Meanwhile, in Caraga region, KLC coordinators, ministers, KLC leaders, and Kingdom Miracle members also had a fellowship and meeting with Kingdom Minister and Middle East Administrator Brother Marlon Acobo. The participants from different KLCs in Eastern Mindanao are getting more empowered because of the message of enlightenment that comes only from the appointed Son of God, Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy. Aside from this, Kingdom Kids also took part in the event through a sing and dance presentation. Just recently, the Kingdom leaders and youth coordinators of Davao region had a meeting and fellowship with the Kingdom's Chief Administrator, Sister Ingrid Canada, at the Covenant Mountain Paradise Garden of Eden Restored. Truly, no one can stop the massive expansion of the Kingdom's domain, while more and more Kingdom Light Colonies have been established as these Sentinels of Light is sent out to profess the revolution of love that comes only from the appointed Son. For the first time, Josemaria College has joined the MakeX Robotics Competition held at the Sacred Heart Ateneo de Cebu, Mandaue City last October 21 to 24, where JMC Robotech competed with 33 schools all over Visayas and Mindanao. Moreover, JMC is one of the 3 schools that represented the city of Davao for the said competition. Indeed, it was a remarkable event for J. Marians, as participants from the primary level were awarded with the most outstanding engineering notebook. Truly, this is just the beginning of the manifestation of the appointed Son's mission and vision of providing an assured, consistent, and quality brand of education.
You have just witnessed some of the updates and victories of the Kingdom Nation, and we hope that you have been blessed. Join us again next time as we give you more of the freshest updates on the activities of the Kingdom Nation only here in Sunshine Media Network International.